Be me. 34-year-old corporate HR manager named Diana. Pride myself on being a modern feminist, the kind who posts about equality but also wants chivalry. Sitting at my desk scrolling LinkedIn. See an article about the gender pay gap. Share it immediately with my own commentary. This is why we need more women in leadership. Get 47 likes from other HR professionals. Feel validated. My company is hiring a new team lead. I'm on the interview panel. First candidate walks in. Marcus, 31, software developer for 8 years. Good resume, solid experience, but something about him irritates me immediately. He's confident, not arrogant, just comfortable in his own skin. Answers questions directly without rambling. Doesn't apologize for his accomplishments. Red flag to me for some reason. Second candidate is Sarah, 29, 5 years experience. She talks about her passion for collaboration. Mentions her journey overcoming imposter syndrome. Uses words like growth mindset and synergy. I write strong cultural fit in my notes. Interview panel discusses afterward. I push hard for Sarah. Marcus seems like he wouldn't be a team player. No evidence of this, just vibes. My male colleague Brad speaks up. Marcus has more experience and his technical answers were stronger. I feel my face get hot. Experience isn't everything, Brad. We need someone who aligns with company values. We hire Sarah. I feel victorious. Another win for equality. 3 months later, Sarah's team is struggling. Missed 2 major deadlines. Her approach is to schedule more meetings. The engineers are frustrated. Productivity is down 23%. I overhear 2 developers talking in the break room. I can't believe they passed on Marcus for this. Heard he went to a startup, making double now. I pretend I didn't hear. Sarah comes to my office crying, says the team doesn't respect her, says they're not being collaborative. It's because I'm a woman, isn't it? I nod sympathetically. Schedule a mandatory unconscious bias training. The training costs $15,000. Everyone sits through it looking miserable. Productivity drops further. But I report to leadership that we're making progress on DEI initiatives. Get invited to a women's leadership conference. 3 days in Phoenix. Company pays for everything. I post about it on Instagram. So grateful for opportunities to empower women in tech. The conference is mostly panels. Successful women talking about their journeys. Every story involves a man who didn't believe in them. We all nod knowingly. Meet a woman named Patricia at the networking dinner. She's 42, VP of Operations at a Fortune 500. Divorced, no kids. She's drinking wine like it's water. Can I give you some advice? She asks. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. Men can't handle successful women. I nod like this is profound wisdom. She shows me her dating profile. Requirements. Must be 6 feet. Must make more than her. Must be emotionally intelligent and communicative. Must love dogs. Must be okay with her 60-hour work weeks. No divorced men. No men with kids. The dating pool is garbage, she says. I agree without questioning the logic. Fly home feeling inspired. Decide to lean into my career even harder. Relationships can wait. I'm building an empire. 6 months pass. I get promoted to senior HR manager. Bigger office, better title. My mom asks when I'm going to settle down. I tell her I'm focused on my career. That's what your aunt said, and now she's alone with 3 cats. I hang up annoyed. My best friend texts me. She's engaged. Guy she met on Hinge. He's an electrician. Makes good money, but not impressive money. She seems genuinely happy. I feel something I don't want to name. I tell myself I'm happy for her. Deep down, I'm wondering why she settled. Her fiancé is at her apartment when I visit. He's not tall, maybe 5'9", not handsome in a movie star way, but he looks at her like she hung the moon. He makes us dinner. Actual dinner, not reheated takeout. They joke around in the kitchen. She playfully pushes him. He catches her hand and kisses it. I look away, uncomfortable. So, Diana, anyone special in your life? He asks. I'm focusing on my career right now. He nods, no judgment. That's cool. Different paths for different people. I want to explain myself, tell him about my ambitions, my 5-year plan. But he's already moved on to asking about dessert. Driving home, I feel empty. Put on a podcast about women in leadership. The host talks about sacrifices, how men aren't willing to support ambitious women. I turn it up louder, start dating again, download 3 apps, spend an hour on my profile. Ambitious career woman looking for my equal. If you can't handle a strong woman, swipe left. No games, no hookups. Know your worth. The matches roll in. Most of them are underwhelming. Guys with shirtless gym pics. Guys whose first message is, hey. Guys who want to split the bill. Match with a guy named Derek. 6'2", works in finance. Great jaw. We text for a week. He's funny, engaging. Asks me out to a nice restaurant. I spend 3 hours getting ready. New dress, professional blowout. Arrive, and he's already there. He stands when I approach, pulls out my chair, orders a nice bottle of wine. Conversation flows easily. He asks about my career, seems genuinely interested, tells me about his work. He runs a small hedge fund. Doesn't brag, just states facts. The bill comes. He doesn't even glance at it, just hands over his card. I feel a little flutter. This is what I deserve. We go on 3 more dates, each one better than the last. I start imagining a future. Finally, someone who matches my energy. 4th date, he cancels last minute. Work emergency? Rain check? I say sure, no problem. He doesn't reschedule. A week goes by. I text him, casual. He responds, but it's different. Shorter, less engaged, then nothing. I check his Instagram. He's at a rooftop bar with a girl who looks 24. She's laughing, leaning into him. Caption, good vibes only. I feel sick. Screenshot it and send to my group chat. Men are trash. They all agree. We spend an hour dissecting his flaws. But at 2 a.m., I'm lying awake, wondering what she has that I don't. I tell myself it's just youth, that men are intimidated by me, that he couldn't handle my success. I don't consider that maybe. I was just one of many options. And I didn't stand out. Work becomes my refuge. I throw myself into projects, lead a new initiative on workplace wellness. It involves a meditation room and free yoga. Costs $40,000 to implement. Participation rate, 3%. But I present it to leadership as a success. Emphasize the optics. We're a company that cares. I get another pat on the back. Sarah resigns, says she's burned out. Her team throws her a small party. I notice no one looks sad. They look relieved. We have to hire again. I review the resumes. There's a familiar name. Marcus applied again. Different role, same department. I remember passing on him before. Feel a twinge of something. Guilt, maybe. Or just annoyance that he's back. He interviews again. This time I actually listen. He's gotten better. More experienced. More polished. Still that same quiet confidence. Why did you apply again? I ask. I like the product. The team has potential. Even after we passed on you before? He shrugs. Rejection is just redirection. We hire him this time, mostly because we're desperate. I tell myself it's not because I was wrong before. 3 months later, his team is thriving. Deadlines met, morale up. The developers actually seem happy. I watch from my office as they joke around. Marcus catches me watching once, gives me a polite nod. Nothing more. Doesn't seek my approval. Doesn't need my validation. That bothers me more than it should. Company holiday party. Open bar, fancy venue. I'm on my third glass of wine, talking to a group from marketing. Marcus is there with his girlfriend. She's pretty, but not intimidatingly so. She's a nurse, I overhear. Works in pediatrics. She's asking people questions, genuinely interested in their answers. Laughs at bad jokes. Touches Marcus's arm casually. I watch them interact. He's relaxed around her. Softer somehow, but still himself. My colleague whispers to me, "They're cute together." I make a non-committal sound. Take another sip of wine. The girlfriend approaches me. "You must be Diana. Marcus mentioned you." I stiffen, wondering what he said. "He said you're great at your job. That the company's lucky to have you." I blink. That's not what I expected. "Thanks," I manage. She smiles warmly and moves on. I feel off balance. Driving home, I think about them. She seemed so content. No career ambitions that I noticed. Just happy to be there with him. I tell myself that's settling, that she's wasting her potential. But the thought feels hollow. New year? New dating strategy? I hire a dating coach. $200 an hour. She tells me to soften my profile, remove the defensive language, focus on what I offer, not what I demand. I resist at first. I shouldn't have to change who I am. She looks at me patiently. You're not changing who you are. You're changing how you present yourself. There's a difference. I update my profile reluctantly. Add photos where I'm smiling. Write about my hobbies. Mention that I love hiking and cooking. I've hiked twice, and cooking means meal kits. Matches improve slightly. Conversations last longer. But something's still off. I go on a date with a guy named Paul. He's 36, works in marketing. Nice smile, good conversation. We talk about travel and food. He asks about my job. I mention I'm in HR. His expression shifts slightly, just for a second. "Oh, HR? Interesting." The date ends politely. He says he'll call. He doesn't. I text my dating coach. What went wrong? She asks me to describe the conversation. I mention the HR moment. Some men are wary of HR, she says. They've had bad experiences. It's not about you specifically, I want to argue, but I think about the things I've done. The hiring decisions based on vibes, the trainings that felt punitive, the policies that assumed men were the problem. I push the thought away. It's uncomfortable. My younger sister visits for a weekend. She's 28, works as a physical therapist, engaged to her high school boyfriend. They're disgustingly in love. We're sitting on my couch drinking wine. She asks about my dating life. I give her the highlights. Men are just so immature these days. They don't want to commit. They're intimidated by successful women. She listens quietly, then says something that stops me. "Diana, do you actually like any of the men you date? Or do you just like the idea of them?" I open my mouth to respond. Nothing comes out. You always talk about what men should be. But you never talk about enjoying their company? Or finding them funny? Or just wanting to be around them? I feel defensive rising. I have standards. That's not a crime. No, but standards should be about compatibility. Not just a checklist. She takes a sip of wine. My fiancé isn't perfect. He leaves his socks everywhere. He forgets to text when he's running late. But I genuinely like being around him. even when he's annoying. I think about the men I've dated. Did I actually enjoy their company? Or was I just evaluating them? The answer makes me uncomfortable. She leaves Sunday afternoon. I sit in my quiet apartment. It's decorated exactly how I wanted. Modern furniture, statement art, but it feels empty. My phone buzzes. Group chat. Someone's complaining about men again. I type a response automatically. They're all the same. But I don't hit send. Instead, I close the app. Sit there in the silence, wondering when I started performing my life instead of living it. Monday morning at work. There's an email about a new initiative, Diversity Metrics Review. I'm asked to lead it. Normally, I'd be excited. Another chance to prove myself. But today, I just feel tired. I walk past Marcus's team on the way to my office. They're laughing about something. Actual, genuine laughter. Not the polite kind you do around bosses. Marcus waves at me. Friendly. Professional. Nothing more. I sit at my desk. Open LinkedIn. See another article about gender pay gap. My thumb hovers over the share button. I close the app instead. Open my calendar. Meetings all day. Initiatives to lead. Metrics to review. I'm exactly where I wanted to be. Corner office. Respected title. Proving everyone wrong. So why do I feel like I'm losing? That night I call my mom. She picks up, surprised. I usually just text. Hi, honey. Everything okay? Yeah. Just wanted to talk. We chat about nothing for an hour. My aunt's hip surgery. The neighbor's new dog. Her book club drama. Before we hang up, she says, I'm proud of you, you know. Even if I worry sometimes. You work so hard. Just don't forget to live too. I hang up and sit there, staring at my wall of achievements, degrees, certifications, awards. They seemed so important once. I think about my sister, her small apartment, her normal job, her average-looking fiancé, her genuine happiness. I think about Patricia at the conference, drinking alone at 42, convinced the problem is everyone else. Is that my future? I think about the men I've rejected. Jordan, the teacher who loved me. Paul, who seemed nice. Countless first dates dismissed for arbitrary reasons. Where are they now? Probably fine. Probably moved on. Probably not thinking about me at all. I pull out my journal. Haven't written in months. Start a list. Things I actually want. Stare at the blank page. I don't know anymore. I've been chasing a version of success that I'm not sure I actually want. A checklist written by someone else. Posted on social media for validation. My phone buzzes. Group chat again. Men are so intimidated by successful women. 12 messages of agreement. I type a response. What if we're part of the problem too? Stare at it. Delete it. Type instead. Totally. Their loss. Hit send. But I don't believe it anymore. The next morning, I wake up early. No alarm. Just lying there thinking. I'm 34. Not old, but not young. Every year, the dating pool shrinks. Not because men are trash, but because the good ones are taken. By women who didn't wait for perfection. I think about what I actually bring. Good job, yes. Nice apartment, yes. Interesting conversation, maybe. Warmth, openness, vulnerability. I'm not sure. I've been so focused on what I deserve, I forgot to become someone worth choosing. That thought hits different. Not in a self-pity way. Just honest assessment. I get up and make coffee. Sit by the window. Watch the city wake up. For the first time in years, I don't check my phone first thing. Just sit there, thinking about who I want to be versus who I've been becoming. The conference, the posts, the performances, the constant need to prove something. To who? For what? My coffee gets cold. I don't notice. Later that week, I'm at the gym, not my usual one, trying something new. There's a guy next to me on the treadmill, average looking, maybe 5'10", focused on his run, not looking at anyone. Normally, I wouldn't notice him. Too short, too plain. But today, I'm just present, not evaluating. He catches me looking, smiles politely, goes back to his run. I go back to mine. After the workout, I'm stretching. He walks by. "Good run," he asks. "Yeah, needed it." "Same. Have a good one." He leaves. That was it. No number, no Instagram, just a normal human interaction. Why does that feel notable? Because I've been so busy filtering. I forgot how to just exist around people. I think about all the connections I've missed. Too focused on optimization, on finding the best option, never just enjoying the moment. Driving home, I turn off the podcast, sit in silence. It's uncomfortable at first, then peaceful. I think about Marcus and his girlfriend, my sister and her fiancé, my friend and the electrician. They all have something I don't. Not perfect partners, not optimized relationships, just real connection. I've been so afraid of settling. I forgot that settling isn't about the person. It's about settling for less than connection, less than genuine affection, less than actually liking someone. The high standards were never about finding better. They were about protecting myself from trying, from vulnerability, from possible failure. I pull into my parking spot. Sit there for a minute. I'm not sure what to do with this realization. Change doesn't happen overnight. Patterns don't break easily. But awareness is the first step. Or so my therapist would say. If I had one, maybe I should get one. I walk into my apartment. It's quiet. I don't turn on the TV. Don't check social media. Just sit. My sister texts. "How are you doing?" I type back, honestly. Figuring some things out. Good things or bad things? Both, I think. She sends a heart emoji. Nothing more needed. The next day, at work, I have a one-on-one with Sarah's replacement. Her name is Jennifer. She's 30, technical background. We hired her based on qualifications, not vibes. She's doing well. Team likes her. Metrics are improving. I feel a small satisfaction. After the meeting, I stop by Marcus's desk. He looks up, surprised. "Hey, just wanted to say, your team's doing great work. The Q3 numbers were impressive." He nods. "Thanks. Good group of people." "How are you doing?" The question catches me off guard. People don't usually ask me that. I'm okay. Working through some things. Aren't we all? He says it without judgment, just acknowledgement. I walk away, feeling lighter somehow. That night, I delete the dating apps. Not forever, just for now. Need to figure out what I actually want, before asking someone else to provide it. Open my journal again. Things I actually want. This time, I write. Genuine connection. Someone who makes me laugh. Someone I want to take care of. Not just someone who takes care of me. Partnership, not transaction. Presence, not performance. I look at the list. It's different from my old checklist. No height requirements. No income minimums. Just human things. I don't know if I'll find it. Don't know if I've missed my chance. But at least I'm being honest now. My phone buzzes. Group chat. Another trash date with a trash man. The replies pour in. Validation, agreement, commiseration. I type nothing. Just watch. They're all still fighting a war. I'm not sure any of us can win. Maybe the only move is not to play. Not to opt out of dating, but to opt out of the performance. The constant evaluation. The keeping score. I put down my phone. Pick up a book instead. Haven't read for pleasure in months. It's a novel my sister recommended. Lose myself in it for 2 hours. No scrolling, No comparing, just existing. When I finally look up, the apartment doesn't feel so empty. It just feels quiet. And quiet isn't lonely. It's peaceful. I think about Matthew from my cousin's story. Wait, that's not my story. Different narrative thread. I think about where I'll be at 40. At 45, at 50, the choices I make now echo forward. I can keep performing, keep optimizing, keep wondering why it's not working. Or I can try something different. Be someone different. Not for a man, for myself. Because the person I've been becoming. I'm not sure I like her. And if I don't like her, why would anyone else? That's the real question. Not, where are all the good men? But, am I someone a good man would choose? Honest answer, probably not. Not because I'm not accomplished, but because I've been so focused on accomplishment. I forgot to be warm, to be kind, to be someone people want to be around. The feminism I believed in. Was it ever about equality? Or just about winning? I'm not sure anymore. But I'm finally asking the question. And that feels like progress. Tomorrow I'll wake up, go to work, make the same commute, attend the same meetings. But something will be different. Me. Maybe. Hopefully. My phone buzzes one more time. Group chat. Men ain't worth it anyway. I close the app. Don't respond. Don't need to. They'll figure it out. Or they won't. That's their journey. I've got my own work to do. The end. Or maybe the beginning. Hard to tell the difference sometimes.